Hello, and welcome to ShiroPlays, and welcome back to Choro Q Wonderful. Now today's episode is going to be a bit of a clean-up session. After the previous episode, I wasn't quite sure how to progress, and after a little investigation, I've realised I've missed a couple of vital items that we need to continue. So we're going to go and get those. First I'm going to see what parts I've got equipped. Should be okay tyres wise, I have the right engine, we're going to switch back to the normal chassis, we have the right steering, keep with that for the power, and we don't have any extras yet. Okay, so we're going to go out to town and head off and try and find our first item. I do apologise that I had to end up going and looking at a guide, but I wasn't really sure where to go next, and I didn't want to have a full episode of just fooling around being confused, which I feel like the second half of the previous episode was anyway. But anyway, we're going to solve that now, because we're going to go and get these things and continue. Our main issue was that thief, and we just simply did not have enough power, speed to catch him. But we'll solve that. We have the right engine, we have the black engine, but I missed something up here. Up there from that jump is where you get the engine. Oh, can I not do that? Ah, that's annoying. Hang on, let's go straight back to the key factory. I deliberately didn't do the jump because I need to get to the top of the waterfall. That's annoying. We'll just do it again. Sorry about that. On the wrong way. Professional. Now I need to get to the top of the waterfall at the back, because there's something up there that we need. We'll need it for the race as well. That was the other thing that we were sort of struggling with. In general, we have to do the race before we can continue to the next town. So that's mainly where I was stuck. So it was that and the thief, and hopefully I can solve both those issues today. Let's get a run up so I actually make this. We're going to impact the wall. That's okay, we made the jump. And we don't need to actually collect the thing up here because we already have the black engine. We just need to head up here. Again, I'm sorry that I had to look, but I really wasn't sure where to go next. I thought I'd seen everything, but as you can tell, I haven't. Right. Here's our first item that we need, the sports tyres. And they should help us greatly with the race, as it's mostly on tarmac and quite speedy. I'm going to follow the river down. Oh, I could have just gone up here. I don't think I've been this way, have I? Where does this go? There's a house here. Have I been in here or not? Here's a glance. Nearby is the richest man in Black City. He has his own swimming pool. Maybe that's where the rare black bass is. We might be solving that as well. We might be solving the requirement to get into that swimming pool. Ah, we can't go over the verge. Righty, so we have our sports tyres. So that's one of two things that we intend to collect. I believe that's the way to the richest man in the world. We don't need to go there yet. What we need to do is go back to Yellowtown and try and get something else. You'll recall the buildings that we had to, well, that we attempted to leap across to try and find, a chest on the buildings. That's what we need to go and get. We desperately need that. Hang on, I wish there was a map. I've definitely gone the wrong way again. Bear with me whilst I try and find the entrance to Yellowtown. think it's down here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's the entrance. Sorry about that. So we need to head back into Yellowtown. Going to Yellowtown? Yes. When coming, use the gong. I haven't forgotten the gong. Yes, I know. Alrighty, now there is the other thief in question. We won't bother him. I initially thought that that was the thief that runs away from the jewelers. But apparently that's the other thief, and we have to catch him before he actually gets to this town. Before he rushes to cross the border. Which is very mean. I've now gone the wrong way again. I wish there was a map. There isn't a map, is there? No. No, there's no map in there. I'm just gonna have to follow my nose and hope I'm going the right way. Nope, that's the way back into Yellowtown. To the other town, or the Black City. Oh goodness me. Which way is it? Is it to the left here? Yes it is, okay. I need to start, like, drawing maps down in paper or something. I think this is the way to those buildings anyway. Struggling to get up. I didn't equip those sports tyres. But then again, they'd be useless in this area because this is all gravel and dirt, so we don't want to be wearing those here anyway. I think I'm going the right way. Yes I am, okay. So we climb up all the way through here, and eventually we'll come to the point where we start, I don't think it's that way, is it? Have I been here? Oh, that is the way. That is the way. Bother, hang on. I need to head back over here, and that is the way to jump on. Well, that might be a second way to jump on. I think there's multiple ways to jump onto the roofs. I think that's a good way of doing it. Right, so we will get a big run up from here, and we'll do the jump here. There is another jump, but no. Pop it. There is another jump, but this one seems to be quite a good one. But is this the... This is that jump. Right, this could take a couple of attempts. So, bear with, and we'll see what happens. If there's a cut after this, then you'll know what happened. But what we've got to do is we've got to do this, and then jump to that one. Yes. Brilliant. Then we need to go there. Yes. Thankfully the walls are catching me. And we go in here. And we get the body kit. That's a very important item. Now that I've got both those, I will go to the Q factory here and we will equip our body kit. Won't bother with the sports tyres because we need to get back into Black City first. I think it's in extra. There you go. Look at that. Amazing. So we get fog lights, we get this big, like, wide body kit all the way around, we get a Takara sponsor. They cross out our headlights to show that we're racing spec. Sadly we can't see the back, but it looks like we get a big shelf at the rear as well. That looks great. I love that. Brilliant. Alright, so we've got the body kit. So we'll head back out now and we'll go back into Black City. And with these parts, we should be able to attempt to beat the thief. Lovely. Get ready to reverse. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay. I'm not sure if the body kit really helps whilst we're on the gravel, but it can't hurt. So we want to jump about here. Yep. And then go through the door. Okay. Yes, how may I help you? Aiming for the World Grand Prix? Okay. This time of year there are thieves. I'll make sure none slip in. Except, yeah, you're not very good at that. You've let this guy slip in like twice. Now, hopefully we can catch him now that we have the engine and the tyres. I'm going to swap to the sports tyres because this is partially on tarmac. And we do want to catch him before we get to the gravel. So we'll head to tyres and we'll do sports. If this doesn't work, then we will change our tune and go back. But for now, I'll hope that these will be enough to catch him. So he's in this house, or this jeweler's. No wait, wrong one. Next one. It's in this one. So off goes the thief, and we'll go get him. Start turning before we go in. And off we go. Sadly, we're not going to make it before the gravel. We might get him just before... No, he's still too fast. Blimey. No. Right. Okay. I think that we need the dirt tyres, not the sports tyres. So we're going to swap to those. Hello. Yes. We're swapping back again. Where are we? Tread. Okay. We will quit to town. Hopefully we can get in with these. This might take a couple of tries, so... Again, if there's a cut, you know what happened. Let's see how this goes. Turn the corner. Turn the corner. That's a horrid corner. And we're definitely further behind, but we should be better on this. Ooh, no, he's miles off. How on earth did we get him? How on earth did we get him? I'm going to give him one more try, and if I fail to get him this time, then I will declare that we can't get him yet. I thought we could with these parts, but apparently not yet. One more go. That was better for that corner. That's probably the best I can take that corner. I still don't think it's going to be enough. That's the best I can take those corners. No, we're just off him. Okay. Okay, so instead, we are going to go to the Q factory and we're going to do the race instead. So I'm going to swap myself back to the sports tyres and we're going to do the race. And hopefully the race will go our way this time. If you place in the top 3, you can win a prize and keep your Choro coupons. Ready? Maybe. We'll see. I hope I'm ready. But we'll see. Really do like this body kit. And hopefully it's going to provide a suitable amount of downforce. Or at least help. I did go on the inside of a lot of people there, and I apologise for all the bumping, but it is necessary. Now, I don't know if we want to be in the water or on the grass for that bit. Honestly, it says we've got sports tyres on, but I don't really feel like we're all that grippy. If there's upgrades for the brakes that I've missed. No, we're doing better. We're certainly doing better than last time. Okay, we're in the top 30, which does help. Oh, we span out again. That is a horrid corner. And then there's this bit, which we need to do that. Oh, just about did that, okay. Okay, top 3 again. I need to be braking even more than that. Trouble is, the last thing I played was ray tracers, so it's really skewed my my abilities. Oh, don't hit me! Really skewed how things drive, because this definitely doesn't drive like ray tracers. What we're going to do is get past this guy, which we have, and now we just need to build a nice big lead and not overdo it here. I've dabbed the brakes, it still spins us. I only dabbed the brakes, but it still spins us round. That corner is horrid, and I need to get the hang of it, because if I don't, we're going to end up losing this. 3rd place now, which is a qualifying position, but oh come on, tyre lock. Ugh. I swear the previous versions of Choro Q weren't this mean in terms of tyre lock and steering. I've played through Penny Racers and 2 and 3, and you'd think they were all built on the same sort of controls. It might be because I've not gotten better parts yet. I'm certainly not coming any higher than 3rd. Right now we're just sort of holding on to 3rd via thread. They are right behind me. Right, I'm going to hold the brakes, and that's a bit better. We at least didn't spin out into the corner that time. That'll do. Didn't collect any coins, but they're all miles away. I'm going to have to be very well equipped to get those coins. There we go though, 3rd place. We at least did that. God, it looks great with that kit. It's Choro Q Underground, not Choro Q Wonderful. It's not too bad of a kit. I'm sure there's worse ones. It's not quite the ERA kit that minis have. I remember I used to be subscribed to Mini World, which was a magazine which specifically featured minis, and I don't think I ever saw one that looked quite like that, but there were some strange creations, I'll tell you. Anyway, let's continue. So we got the sticker, joined in the Black City race. Placed 3rd. Nice. You crashed 22 times. We'll quit to town. We'll go to town. So, at this point, since I'm not sure that we can catch the thief, I think we're going to have to do Will's objective. Will was the Toyota GT1 that wanted us to head to another town and get him is either a cake or a pie, or someone else wanted a pie. So we're having to head back to Yellowtown again, go into the tunnel, into the underground tunnel. Because we can use the directions that he gave us in the previous episode, go through the tunnel, and end up back in, I think, the first town. I can't remember. We need to find the tunnel. So yeah, I missed a few things, as you can tell. Oh, get off me. But I wasn't to know. The first two episodes, well, the first episode was just fumbling around and happening to go the right way. Second episode was definitely a lot of fumbling and getting confused, but we've solved it. And now we're going to solve this other problem. Have I been up here yet? I don't think I've been up. Oh wait, I have. Yeah, this is the buildings that you hop over to get to the aero part. I'm so glad I've got that. So glad I've got that. Right, so we head up here, and I'm pretty sure the river is this way? Yes, okay. So halfway down the river is an entrance to the underground sewer. And this time, hopefully, we're not going to get lost in it. I'm aiming not to get lost in it anyway. I have written down Will's directions. Will the Toyota GT1, that is. This should be an entrance to the underground sewer anyway. Okay, wait, this is the underground maze. Ask for directions before you enter. Ready? Let's have the info first. No matter where you enter, you'll always start the same. Ask for directions to get to other towns or you'll never get out. Ready? Go. If you get lost, retire. I'll come and save you. Now, Will's directions should be... Where are we? I should need to take the first two rights and then keep going to get to where I'm going. Let's grab that coin whilst I'm here and then take the first two rights. If this is wrong and I've read the wrong directions, then, well, oh well. We'll see what happens. So I should just need to keep going straight now, and we should end up where we need to go. The only thing is there's Q coins in here, so we're going to have to go every which way to find those. Right, where does this go? We should need to just keep going straight. I really hope this doesn't turn out like the last episode that we spent in this tunnel. Kind of looks like it's going to end up doing. We are in fact, yet again, lost. Let's have a check here. Okay, so those directions did not work. So we're going to do these directions. So allegedly for this one, I need to go right at the T-junction and then keep going. I don't know what the directions were that I were reading before, but we should go the right way this time. So right at this T-junction, and then that should be it. Sadly, it means we lost the Q coins that we collected before. I'm not going to go get that one. I'll leave it for now. I'm probably not going to collect all 100 Q coins anyway. But allegedly, I should be just going straight now. Oh, there we go. So that is that going to be Red City? Okay, routed to Red City safely. So that's back in the first city we had. We came out safely. You even got a Choro coin. Amazing. Lovely. So we are now back in our hometown. And here, we need to find the cake from Red City. We're going to have to just check every house and see if they have a cake. Want a tip? Press R2 to disengage the clutch. You can save fuel and coast. Okay? Am I? Oh, you hold it. That's weird. Okay. That is interesting. Right, now if I were a cake, where would I be? I don't think I'd be in this house. Maybe there's just a cake shop somewhere. Stamps are fun to collect. Everything gives one. That would have been funny if talking to that guy awarded a stamp. Talk to the stamp enthusiast. There might be a cake shop up here. That is a coffee shop, I think? No. Did you know when you're still going uphill, it might be good to disengage the clutch with R2, rev the engine and engage the clutch again? That's the other guy. A lot of people talking about disengaging the clutch. That's the pizzeria where we've got our visa, which is always mistaken for a pizzeria because that's a pizza sign on it. There's a coffee shop. That's got the same sign as the other place. Could be it, no? You've raced in Red City yet? Yes, I have. How was it? Let's say it was great. Congrats! Thank you. I was hoping he was going to give us something. I do wonder if we get anything specific for winning a race, because we've only ever come third and second. Mr. Will told me to give you this cake. There we go, there's the cake. Take care. Lovely. So there is our cake. Now I do have one other thing to do here, whilst I'm here. It's all a case of if I can find the right house. That's not the right house. I'm not sure which house it is, that's not a house. So I'm just going to have to poke around until I find the blacksmith. And you'll remember that at the start of this adventure, we talked to the blacksmith and he mentioned the jets. And allegedly, that's not where we go, allegedly, I think I have all the items required to make them, but I'm not sure. I can check my items. I have the fireworks, I have the fan. I believe that's all you need, I'm not sure. It didn't say a list of items, but it just said that he takes them from me. I could be wrong, though. I could definitely be wrong. You're probably telling me that I'm wrong now, but we'll see. We'll see what he says. He might say which items I'm missing. I think this is the house. It is. I found out how to make a jet. Ah. But he didn't take it off me. Did he? No, he didn't take them off me. No, so I am missing something. Yeah, he just tells me that he knows how to make it. He doesn't actually take the items off me. So I wonder what I'm missing. Oh well, we have the cake now. So we are going to go back through the tunnel and go and give the cake to Will. I believe the tunnel is here. Or is this no, this is a fortune teller. I've learned that these are called fortune tellers. Are you perfect? No. You want a hint for the maze? Yes. So when you hit the first T-junction, go right and keep going straight. That's the way to Red City. We're in Red City. Don't get turned around. So he's told us the way to Red City, and Will did. Let's say yes to this. Are you perfect? Yes. I like honesty. Okay, so basically if you say yes, he kicks you out. It's a funny way of deciding whether you'll speak to someone or not. Right, so now I need to find the tunnel. It might be up here, actually. It's either that way, or that's the jump. Yeah, that's the big bridge jump. This is the tunnel. Wait, this is the underground maze. Ask for directions before you enter. Ready? Yes. But now I need to get back to Yellowtown. Have I been told the directions to Yellowtown? I'm not sure. I do have these other directions written down, which are the ones that we had from Green Park. So we'll try those. And if it takes us to Green Park instead, that's alright, because we've got a few things to do there as well. I think. So for that one, we go left at the first cross. And then we go right at the second cross. Yeah, here we go again. So, not right at this one, but right at this one. Sugar. And then we go right at this cross as well. That's the direction I missed. And then it's left at the T. There isn't a T. There should be a T eventually. There should be a T at some point. That's another cross. Oh, come on. No, here's a T. So it's left at the T. So we go straight on at the T? Yeah, so we keep going at this, and then I was worried then because it went on one of those things where it looked like it started looping. We'll go left at this T because I assume this is the intended T. And then we keep going straight. Hopefully. Very hopefully. I have to say, this is one of the stranger ways of doing a route between towns that I have come across. But if it works, it works. I just hope it has worked and we haven't ended up going the wrong way again. No, there's a coin here. So we're not in a looping tunnel yet. That'd be very mean if they put a coin in a looping tunnel. Just need to have faith that this is the correct way. Halfway through our fuel. If that was a coin before a looping tunnel, that is very mean. I think it is. I think it's looping. You got it, buddy. I hate this tunnel. That's got to be the worst bit of the game. Like, those are directions that I've been told, because I was told by the guy in Green Park those directions. So they probably lead to Green Park as well. I'm going to do this instead. We're going to go the long way. So we're going to go via this. So we're going to do this to Green Park. We'll get the rest of the coins as well whilst we're here. And we should be faster now anyway and have better grip, so we should be able to clear this easily. I'm sorry that we've had to go the long way, but it seems as though my directions just aren't working for some reason. But I've definitely been told those ones, so that should have taken us to somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to ignore the tunnel and just use these routes instead. It'll take a bit longer, but I don't really mind. Over we go. And we've got the last coin on this course. Lovely. Got all the gap coins. Nice. So now we're in Green Park. You even got a cube coin. Lovely. So from here, we need to... I think there was a guy in here who wanted something. Were you? No, you were the guy who talked about jets. Yeah, you were the guy who talked about jets. I need the guy who... Eggs. Not eggs. The guy in here who's asking about cake. Hey, you know the Black City Cake Shop? They make the best pie this... you're after pie. You're after pie, not cake. The cake's for Will, the pie's for the Asceta. Right, so from here, let's Q Factory. We don't have the big tyres, sadly. But we do want to swap to the studded tyres, so that we can do the next bit, which is going down the slope. We might even try and get some of the coins, since we're going to go down the slope. The only other thing to do here is sort out the big tyres bit. This is the location where I was told, hang on, let's go to that guy. Let's go to the fortune teller who's down here and just make sure that I know those directions. It might be that the checkbox for me knowing those directions has gotten lost somewhere or something. You never know. So we'll go in here and we'll be told stuff. Go left at the first cross. I'm going to cross-reference, this is what I've got written down. So left at the first cross, right at the second, right at the next, left at the T, at the very end. Yeah, that's what I did. So I can't think why it didn't work. Unless you have to do it from here. But I don't want to risk that, because I want to do what I was doing, which was handing the cake to Will, which requires us going up the icy slope. So we're going to do that instead. I'm sorry if I would have been able to do it if I did it this way around, but I have in mind what I want to do, and I'm going to go and do it. Just for reference, up there is something, but we can't get it yet because we need the bigger tyres, which I don't know where we get yet, but we'll get them. So yeah, for now, no wait, this is the firework display. Oh, now I'm in the firework display. No, I'm not doing the firework display. I've already done that. Right, what I need to do is find the path to the snowy crossing. It's up here. Oh, that's not a way to go. So these towns, I mean, at least this one's not too much of a wiggle, but I certainly need to start drawing maps for some of the towns. We'll head up here and we'll reattempt the slope. Probably won't get all the coins this time either, but we'll try. Going to hit the slope again? You should try to get all the Q coins. I will. I will try. So, there's no set time limit for this. So we're just going to try and pay attention to where the coins are. I'm pretty sure there was one on the big corner that we have to do. Sorry that this episode's being a bit of a repeat, but I figure we might try and get this done whilst we seem to be unable to use the underground maze. Thankfully, as far as I know, there isn't... Oop, there's one. Got you. Thankfully, there's probably nothing in the underground maze to, like, collect other than the Q coins. I think there's one after this jump, so if I really slow down... Goodness me. I won't slow down that much. But I've slowed down enough to turn around, so we can go back and get it. Thankfully, there isn't an upper time limit to this thing, so I can just go back and get that. There is the sign telling me to be careful. And I believe there's a coin right on the edge. Don't fall off, no! Bother! Oh, we're gonna have to go again. Oh dear, I told you to be careful. Want to go again? Be careful, don't fall off. Right, okay. Okay, this time we won't fall off. That coin is so horribly placed. I will focus and I will get it. I wonder if there's milestones for the coin collecting. Like, maybe halfway through they'll give me something nice. I'm going to hold the brakes, just so I make sure that I get this one. Okay. And I'm going to do the same again for this bit, so that I don't have to roll too far to collect this coin. Yep. Now I do well to be really slow for this bit. So let's hold the brakes now and get it down to a controllable speed. It's probably going to be about this, about 50. Hold the brakes and we have got the coin. Okay. So that's the tricky coin. And I believe there's at least 2 more hidden behind some rocks on the way down here. There's one there. No! Forgot there was one there. I thought there was just 2 coins hidden behind some rocks. Got that one. There's that one there. Oh, well that was sneaky. It was projecting through the rock. Well, that was to my advantage. It loaded the coin before the rock. So then there's one over here. Lovely. And I think there's just one more on the way down. Not one behind that one. Not one behind that one. There's one behind that one. I believe there's one all the way to the left here. Yep. Got him. And then that should be it. That should be all of the coins that are on this. These. Slope got coins. Lovely. Ticking some boxes today. This is Yellowtown. You came down in 2 minutes 26. Okay, so now we are back in Yellowtown. Sorry that it took so long to do that, but it was easier than trying to solve my maze issues. Apparently I have trouble just following simple directions. Nope, that's the police station. No, you don't want to go to the police station. So now we will head back to Black City, give the cake to Will, and see what he does. Get ready to reverse. And off we go. There's probably an easier way of doing what I do for this timed event, but I've done it a few times now, so I know what I'm doing, hopefully. Jump about here. Yep. And there we go. There's probably an easier way, but it's what I do. Yes, how may I help you? This time of year there are thieves. I know there's thieves. We're trying to catch that thief. But I think he's something that we do later on in the game. Maybe the next engine is how we get him. Or maybe the jets. I've no idea. But anyway, from here we will go into the Q factory and stick our sport tyres on, because we may as well. I'm also going to save. Yeah, I'm going to save. Okay. Yep. Lovely. 143 kilometres. Done quite a fair distance now. And then we'll go to Will's and hand over the cake. And see what happens. I think it's... Oh, which way is Will's? I hate this map. I hate that I don't have a map, but I think this is the correct way. No, this is the way to the river. Maybe the river will lead us to Will's. I mean, he had a pool, so maybe this will lead us there? No, it just leads us there. No. Go Q Factory. Okay. Try again. Maybe it's in this direction. Can someone just email me a map of... Sorry, the fan help? It will do. I know the fan is part of the jets, but I don't know what else is part of the jets that I'm missing. As I was going to say, can someone email me a map of Black City so that I don't keep getting lost? Maybe there's a Wikipedia or something, but that's a bit risky to do. If I go on a Wikipedia entry, I'll just end up learning about this whole game without finishing it properly. I don't really want that. I want some element of surprise. And now we're on the river again. And then this leads to this thing, which we already have collected. Where does that flipping Toyota GT1 live? Can we even get back out of here? Okay, we can. Good. Does he live over here? Is it this way? I don't think it's this way either. Oop, sugar. Come on. I don't know where this goes. Oh no, this leads to where we got the high-low gear. Oh, for goodness sake. I just want to find the Toyota GT1 so I can give it a pie. Who's in here? It's another fortune teller thing. Okay. Need info? Tube. Go to Mount Ash in Green Park. Cooker. Check Yellowtown's steel mill. Steel mill? Fan. A fan? I don't think we use those. I have the gold cup. I've spoken to you before. I think the other item I need is the cooker, which is in Yellowtown's steel mill. But I must have missed a building then. I wonder if that's in the section with the big tyres. Maze. There's no maze in Black City. Your best. That's something else I might have to try and find out, because the cooker might be the third item that I need. Well, we learned something at least. I thought I had all the items, but I guess I don't. We found out that I don't. He didn't take them off me. As he was supposed to. Never mind. Right, so back to the matter at hand. I need to find Will. I was on the right path beforehand because I spoke to the Gallant and he said that it was behind his house. So now I need to find the Gallant. You're the one that doesn't... You're the one that has the pie. Welcome to my cake shop. Need something? I need a pie. We only use the freshest supply from Red City Gym and Car. Sadly, I haven't heard from them lately. I hope they're okay. Could you get me eggs? So I need the eggs. Let's ask him the second question, because I never did that before. So we need the eggs. Huh? Wagashi? We sell baked goods. I don't think Black City has Japanese sweets. Not sure why he asks about... Why we have the option to ask about Wagashi. You're not going to be the Gallant. Yeah, you're not who I'm looking for. Ooh. I hate that this place is so confusing. Will you take me somewhere, policeman? Neither of those help. I don't want to do soccer. We never want to do soccer again, thank you. Where does that Gallant live? That's the path back to Yellow City. Yellow Town. That's where soccer is, I think. I think this is where soccer is. I think. Yeah, that's where soccer is. We're not doing soccer again. Hopefully I'm not missing anything by not doing soccer, but it was very confusing. It did not really play very well. I like the idea, it's a cute little idea, but it didn't really work very well. Maybe it's up here. No, this guy... No, this is another RX-7, I think. Nope, this is the Visa. Is the transfer place open? Transfer place? Oh, the teleporter. I wonder if that is open now. Worth a check. Who's here? Is this the Gallant? This is the Gallant that says about the swimming pool with the black bass in the richest man's house. Okay. Now we're going the right way. I am so sorry for getting so lost during this episode. Right, so... we're back on the river again. We've done this. We've done the river. Wish I had a map. I'm just going to cut to the bit where I find it. This is ridiculous. I've been there before. There it is. There isn't a way to... Wait. There is a way to the right here. Oh, okay, we've found it. Okay, I'm here. Here's your damn cake. As you can tell by my fuel, I've been going around for quite a little bit now. Where's the guy? There's the pool. Can't go into. Where's the guy? Is he in this door? Yes. As promised, I will open my pool. Hooray! Gained access to the pool. Right. We are now going to dive into the pool and see what is at the bottom of the pool. Oop, damn! Wasn't expecting it to go like that. There's a tunnel. Is there anything else down here? Put on. Whee! That's not quite what I expected that to do. It's not really a spinner from Spyro, is it? Not really like the those magical whirly things from Spyro. Come on. Is it not doing it now? Will it not let me reverse onto it? Apparently it runs out after a while. Okay, we'll go the normal way then. So I've got to make that jump, I guess. Now it's back on again. Never mind. So, is there anything else around here whilst I'm in this area? No. Okay, so it's about here. So the water isn't... Ooh, no, it's not there. Pity the water isn't partially see-through. That was good aim, but not quite. So we're gonna have to run from beyond the gates. We're gonna have to go all the way back here. This might take a couple of tries. Give it a run and we'll see what happens. About here? No, I don't think we're going to make that jump. Not from the amount of speed that we have. I think we need even more speed, but we can't get speed. I'll give it one more go. We have the best engine. We don't have the best chassis. I think. Here? Ooh, no, I don't think we're fast enough. We need like a floating mechanic or something, surely. Can I jump off from the sides and not have to do a diagonal jump, I wonder? Like, do I have to jump off there, or can I jump off here? I can. That looks more promising. Okay. Okay, so I don't have to jump through the poles, I have to aim to the right of that pole. Right, okay. Umpteenth time is the charm. And then maybe we'll finish the episode once we've made it in there. So, go. Ugh. I don't think we can make it in there with this current setup. The spinny thing on now. No, the spinny thing isn't on. Go on. Oh, I think we're gonna have to leave it there, guys. I'm stuck again. I don't know what to do next. 'Cause I can't make this jump. Not with the current setup. And what are we currently using? We're currently using the studded tyres. That might be it. It might be the fact that we're using the studded tyres, but everything else, we have everything set up. I don't think the studded tyres are going to make that much difference, are they? We'll try it. Okay, this is the final thing. I do remember where it is. So swap to sports and go to town. Okay. We'll just cut to that place again. In my defense, I didn't actually get lost this time. I'm just trying to speed things up. You can do this jump. For some reason, the tyres were the difference. And there's another one of these. In Black City, found all homes. Hey, my friend does strange research in the maze. Oh no. Here's how to find him. Go left at the first 2 crosses, then forward to a left T-junction, right T... for goodness sake. I'm gonna have to write this down. Okay, let's write this down. Go left at the first two crosses. So, left, cross, left, cross, then forward to a left T-junction, right T. This is written so convolutedly. So, left at the T-junction, and then right at the next T-junction, and then right at the next cross. I pray that that is what it means. If that isn't what it means, then we're gonna go and get lost. I was told the route to the lab, and it's stamped it, okay? So what we'll do is we will go to the lab, and then we'll finish. Because then we've made a nice bit of progress. Let's queue factory. And we'll have to go from Yellowtown, because there isn't a maze here. So we'll go to Yellowtown, and we'll do the directions that we've just been given. Yellowtown is in this direction down the dirt path. This is the worst town for getting around. I don't know why, but Black City is just very confusing to me. I think I went past Will's house like 5 times without realising it was there. Yes, I'm going to Yellowtown. Okay, thank you. And then we need to find the tunnel here, which I sort of know the location of now. I think I'm just going to title this episode More Tunnel Troubles. Terrible tunnel troubles. Or something along those lines. I believe this is the correct way. I didn't get myself a drink before starting this episode either, so I am very parched now, but that's my own fault. I was too eager to continue the game. But I do like this game a lot. I love the Choro series, but this game has had its shortcomings, and definitely the biggest shortcoming in this game is the underground mazes in the sewers. I wish they'd thought of a different idea for getting around, or getting to other locations. But it is what it is, so we'll put up with it. Okay, so underground maze. We do know the directions, so in we go. So, as was just said to me, we're going to go left at this cross, ignore this because it's not a cross, so we continue. So then we go left at this cross. We'll get that as well, because why not? So we went left, and now we need to go left at a T-junction. So we ignore this because it's a cross. There's a coin there, but whatever. And now we need to go left at a T-junction, but this isn't a... That's weird. Well, we went left, technically, because when you're faced with 2 directions that way, you go left. And then we need to go right at a T-junction, so this one. And then we'll need to go right at a cross, and then that should be it, and we'll find the lab, as it said on the stamp collection. I do hate these bits where it goes exceedingly long, because you just start thinking that you've gone the wrong way. And now that's what I'm thinking we've gone the wrong way. But these are the directions I was told! I'm absolutely certain that I wrote those down correctly. I am absolutely certain that I wrote those down correctly. But by the looks of it, I did not. But that's definitely what he said. I definitely did what he said. At this point, I promptly ended the video and went to bed. And whilst editing it the next day, I figured out what I've done wrong, and now I'm going to fix that. You will now join me at the entrance to the maze. Welcome back. You join me at the entrance to the underground maze. I've realised where I went wrong. At the point where I went straight and to the right at that T-junction, I counted the straight as a left, because when you're driving that's kind of what you do. But apparently that's wrong, and the next one I should have gone left, when I actually went right, taking into account the next instruction. So now, we're going to go in, and we're going to find the lab. And then I'm going to switch this thing off and go to bed again. Oh, this is ridiculous. But we're going to do it. So off we go. I have my instructions, I'm going to ignore the coins, and I'm just going to go straight there. So, left at the cross. Ignore this T-junction because it's not a cross. We want the next left cross. This is a left cross. So ignore that coin. Apparently I'm going to do that. And then I want the left T-junction. And this is where things fell apart. Because I counted... is it this one? Well, when we come to it anyway. Yeah, I counted this as a left, because driving-wise, when you're faced with this kind of a direction, you've picked the left route. But never mind. Maybe that's just how it works in my head, and I'm just being terrible at following directions. So in fact, I went right here, so now we go left here. And then I should turn right at this T. And then I should turn right at the next cross, and that should lead us to the lab. If it doesn't, I'm switching this thing off and ending the series. If it does, the series is saved. So it's right at this cross. And then this should be... God damn it. This should be the lab. Fingers crossed. After this turn. I am terrible at these drifts. You can tell I hopped out and back into the game. You can tell it's been a day, I've forgotten how this drives. Yes, that looks like a lab to me. It's not been translated, but it's a lab. Well, well. It's rare to see a visitor. You heard from the old man? You must be good. I've been researching and making a device for years that has the ability to travel through time. However, it only seems possible at 300 kilometers an hour. Sadly, jets are no longer made. Maybe you can do it. Note that it only works in towns, not during races. I hope it works. The Chrono Q. Ooh. Oh, that sounds interesting. You can get refreshed at queues. I already did. Found the maze in the lab. I mean, found the lab in the maze. Illiterate. Oh, don't send me back. No, we're going to retire from that. I'm not doing the maze backwards. Was it bad? No, we actually succeeded. Good. Smart choice. Right. So now, we're going to go to queues. And Well, I'm going to equip my time travel device. Ooh. So it gives us some sort of a radar. Interesting. Alrighty. And with that, I think I'm going to finish this episode. If you got this far, thank you for your patience. You have more patience than I do, obviously, since I went to bed and came back and fixed this later. Never mind, we've done it now. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video for part 4. Goodbye! I never want to see that maze again.